What's the most chilling discovery you've ever made? My grandmother insisted that every parent must retreat to a secluded spiritual haven once their youngest child reached 18. I was already haunted by the thought of my mother vanishing forever. But then I uncovered a horrifying truth. My grandmother had ruled our family with an iron grip for as long as anyone could recall. From her sprawling Gothic manor, she dictated every detail of our lives, where 3 generations lived under her command. Her decree was clear. Once the youngest child turned 18, parents had to depart for a sacred retreat to seek enlightenment, free from worldly distractions. No one could visit, as it would disrupt their path to transcendence. We received eloquent letters from departed parents describing tranquil gardens and shimmering lakes. Growing up, I saw aunts and uncles leave with packed bags and tearful yet optimistic farewells, never to return. When I turned 17, my grandmother began preparing my mother for her imminent departure. She moved Mom into a special chamber called the transition room and taught her meditation practices for her new existence. Mom seemed genuinely thrilled, speaking of finally having time to reflect after years of raising children. She'd show me glossy pamphlets my grandmother provided, filled with images of peaceful meadows and cozy cabins. "I'll miss you so much," she'd say, "but picture me sketching by the water every morning." My grandmother had Mom practice packing only spiritual essentials, claiming material possessions were forbidden in this utopia. As my 18th birthday loomed, it felt like watching my mother prepare for a dream vacation while I mourned her loss. But something felt deeply wrong. As the date approached, I noticed unsettling patterns. Every letter from our departed relatives described the same sparkling lake and ancient meditation tree, using eerily similar wording. When I questioned my grandmother about why visits were forbidden, she explained that outsiders would taint the retreat's sacred energy. She showed us photos of the sanctuary, but I soon realized they were generic images pulled from the internet. The final clue came when I caught her in her study, drafting a letter from my uncle who'd left 5 years earlier. She was mimicking his handwriting from an old note. When she noticed me, she calmly claimed the elders were too focused on meditation to write, so she transcribed their thoughts to keep family ties alive. "Your uncle dictates I write," she said, but I knew it was a lie. When she was away, I searched her room for any real clues about this so-called paradise. Tucked in her wardrobe, I found piles of cashed pension checks and bank withdrawal forms in my relatives' names. There were property titles transferred to her and insurance policies listing her as the beneficiary. Whatever this spiritual haven was, my grandmother was profiting from it. Meanwhile, my mother was giving away her possessions and writing farewell notes to friends, completely unaware she was preparing for captivity. She'd hum softly while sorting through old photos, choosing which memories to leave behind for me. "Only 2 months until my sacred journey begins," she'd say with a joy that turned my stomach. Then she'd look at me and murmur, "But I hate the thought of leaving you." I knew I had to act. 3 weeks before my birthday,